So hi, apologies, I don't do videos, but I'm in a Smart 453 42 on a 67 plate, and we're going to be swapping this head unit for this touchscreen one from AliExpress. It says it's completely compatible, comes with everything. It's quite impressive actually for 140 quid. Got a camera, and I'll also be looking at fitting, which was bought separately, this camera that replaces the rear number plate lighter directly, so it fits a bit neater. So yeah, nice. So this is the stereo that's in this car. I've already loosened the front, so the first thing is to be really gentle with your sort of pry tool. And the black, there's two clips at the top, two clips at the bottom on all the videos that I watched. However, there are also two clips on this one on both sides. So you need to be really gentle sliding that round and popping it out. And it would appear when it comes off that this thing, so you can see the clips, there's two in the side there and two in the side there, but there's also then those deeper ones which sort of spring out, and you can see the number of clips there are on the back. So you loosen the two at the top, that one, and then those two, and then those three along the bottom, although there wasn't one in the middle. And then it pops off, and then this silver bit also comes off, and I'm wondering actually whether I should have put my pry tool behind the silver rather than behind the black, but I popped off. Just go really careful, and then I say it appears now that you are down to your standard 4 Torx screws, and then it should come out. So I'll add a video if it's any different. I was just quite surprised how hard that was to get off with the extra clips. So I'll take a few pictures and post a bit more in regards to what it looks like when I take this off. So again, that was really easy. That was to say those 4 Torx screws, and then the head units come out. And looking at the clips at the back, they do pretty look accurate in regards to the ones that are on the head unit. And as I say, you can see that you know, the one on AliExpress, they've actually have marked it for Smart Car. So I'm hoping this will be a fairly direct fit. And then the other thing I'm going to do is just wire my video cable in there out of the way. I'm going to do the camera on the back another day. Just want to get the head unit in. So let's see if we get a direct swap. The only thing that concerns me is potentially the aerial cable. Looks very different to the one on that, but there is some sort of converter device. I'll have a look. So I needn't worry. The aerial one on the AliExpress came with this black cable, which is converted straight into the car one. The other two white clips have plugged straight in, which includes the CAN bus box, which could be my steering wheel controls. Again, you can see that's quite clearly labelled up for Smart Car. So I'm hopeful. There is this other loom here at the back, which is on one plug, which is all these for like subwoofers and other audio controllers and stuff. Now, I wasn't going to plug that in because I don't actually connect that to anything. There isn't any spare cables. I don't intend to fit any more speakers. However, there is a fan in the unit, presumably to keep it cool, and it would appear that it draws its power from that loom. So I've fitted it. As I say, there's masses of space in there. You get like another car in there. I've fitted that loom, so just be mindful of that. It's not in the instructions, but it's the only plug that plug will plug into. So I'm going to work on the assumption that that is there. The only things that then I haven't plugged in are my USBs. So for now, I'm going to run those down to the glove box and then potentially work out where it is. But again, they just plug in to the back. So I'm hopeful. So I'm going to give it a power up now, see if it all turns on, and see what happens before I plug the USBs in. So it's nice. I just realised that this one's actually got USB-C, if you can see that. Although I've fitted the unit upside down. I did forget the GPS thing. So that's attached there, and I'll work out. I'm going to run that in a minute. There's a tiny little gap in the corner there that I'll probably run the cable out and just stick it on the flat bit down the back there, which has got a view of the windscreen. As I say, literally I've plugged it in, so see what happens. Car is on. And it hasn't, oh there you go, it's automatically come to life. Android there. That's my dash cam that's fitted up there. So they did say in the instructions that like the first time it ever loads up, it will be a little bit slower. But you can see, I mean, it's got a nice bezel already built in, so it looks like I can literally, once I finish connecting stuff, just push this backwards. And I have got a Android head unit with CarPlay, wireless, Android Auto, sat nav, etc. So there we go. That all appears to be working. Let's see. Yeah, so the volume seems to be working. Let's try and get like the radio one just to prove that the speakers work. Well, there's static coming out of them. How do I scan? I've not read the instructions, as you can probably tell. So we're in UK, so 89.89. Oh, there you go. It should be.
How come you channeled your energies into a Christmas
Yeah,
song?
lovely.
Are you a Christmas person?
Yeah, I do.
I
like
can't see it
Christmas,
displays
yeah.
that it's
I do
radio
like
2, but again, I haven't read the instructions,
I like it,
but that just
because
shows
it's
you
like
literally
people
this
come
video is
together.
live
Yeah.
time.
You know,
Yes, I do.
Video is live time. That has taken me so far about 10 minutes to take out the old one and fit this new one. 140 quid later, and you can see I'm not used to doing this sort of thing, but I thought it might help you. So that's the USBs plugged in, routed down the back, and I've just put them out into the footwell. Really easy void. You can just reach straight through the back of here and poke them down. So I'm going to do the same with the video cable for now, just so I can close this up. The only thing I've got a query on, which I've just going to email the people, is that these blue wires that are in the video input, one of them is going to be the reverse trigger wire, which will connect to that red cable there, which is part of the video loom, like you can see, and that's the power on the big one. But just out the back there, look. So I've just got to work out whether I need to connect it across both, or either or of those can become a trigger wire. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take the front unit off somehow, but this new head unit doesn't screw in. It literally 2 clips and 2 clips on that side, and the 2 clips on the top and bottom, so 6 in all. So it should be fairly easy to get out. GPS is mounted up there, look behind, so you can't see it, and comes in the corner there, and again shouldn't present me any problems, but it's all working. So just a word of caution when you're doing the video cable. The only thing I'd say about this head unit is I've just tried it in the number, but it's not very snug fit, yellow to yellow. So I put a bit of tape on it, and then I just tidied up the loom there, like. But yeah, all good. I'll post an update later on. In regards to that, as I say, I'll put the link to this headset in the chat, but as I say, nice interface on the front, and you can look at instructions, you can change that to loads of different types of things, like settings here. I mean, it's pretty much like your sort of standard Android tablet. I mean, I connect to my house Wi-Fi, looking on that, potentially get an update, and you can hotspot. I've tried it on my phone and that works, and then like car settings, there's various things, but as I say, the only thing I haven't actually weirdly found is yet to find like Bluetooth, because it's not under, oh there it is, yeah, Bluetooth for phone calls. So here we go. So again, I'm just gonna search, and I'm hoping that'll pick up my iPhone that I'm on. I will try it with Android, but I might have to put my iPhone on thing. So I'm just going to stop the video and just make sure my iPhone's Bluetooth is on. So yeah, that was super easy. Yeah, just haven't turned the Bluetooth on my iPhone, so you can see you're on Google Maps already. Quite pleased actually. And if you noticed that, but that's like OBD scanner, which I didn't know was CarPlay usable. Certainly isn't in my Transit. But yeah, nice. You know, all the apps are there. That's BBC Radio 2 playing through sounds at the moment. So there are, so I can't see my Signal app for messaging, that hasn't appeared, but I say the car scanner one has. So I imagine that is again just down to it. But yeah, it's nice and smooth. I mean, it's 140 quid. And there's widgets, I don't know what that is. Yeah, this is really good. Very pleased indeed. And as I say, that works nicely. As I say, I'll take it and play with the settings and go from there. If I find anything else, I'll add it to the video. So I will try and edit this video so it actually makes it looks like, but I put it back in. Sit the bottom of the radio in first. It lines up with the side, and then it wants to be a little bit snug there. So there's 2 clips at the top, and they are like 2mm too high. So I'm really going to gently bend those down, and that will hopefully sit in. So I'm just going to put the phone down for a minute and get a trim tool to do it properly. Yeah, so I was being too gentle. So nice. So you can see it comes out the corner there, which is really nice. And I say it sits and fits really well. I mean, you're sat here looking across. I would not know that wasn't a standard head unit. Very impressed. So hopefully you've watched this video to the end before you do it. So recommendation, do not connect your phone via Bluetooth until you have added your Google account and your home Wi-Fi, if you're parked out front of your house, to update, add Google and so on and so forth, because it's updated a number of apps. I mean, you see the GPS is working, but it updated that app amongst other things and set some permissions up. Somehow by doing that, it's automatically done my volume up and down on my CAN bus and installed another app. So at the moment, the only button that isn't working on my steering wheel, which is only those ones anyway, is the press the button to activate. But as I say, yeah, add your Google account and it would appear that it does quite a few updates, does some settings. Just be really patient, let it finish what it's doing, and it seems but it's brilliant. I say all the GPS is working. I say the only thing I haven't checked is I didn't plug in the microphone that came with it, because I presumed it would use the microphone. So if that doesn't work, I will add it to the video. If I don't add it, then presume that the internal microphone works perfectly. This will be our 300th, apologies for updating a bit of videos, but it's quite a good unit, and just thought I would point this out. As I say, the volume and up and down worked automatically, and the sort of Siri button is working fine. The only thing I haven't sorted out is the microphone, which, as I say, there's one in the dash, but it is plugged in to the ones in the vehicle. But this is nifty. I didn't realise it did this, but watch what happens when I adjust the heating. So, and that is accurate. So as I slide that along, it brings up my internal things. You can't do anything with it, but it just shows you what you're adjusting. If I put on the recirculation, it does the same. I can go max, and it does the same. So it's nice, it displays your heating and stuff like that. So again, I imagine potentially there will be other bits and bobs that it will do as I discover while it's going along. So I say at the moment, the only thing I haven't sussed is the microphone. Play Store works thing. So install the Play Store first, update all the apps like you normally would on any other tablet or Google device, and it seems to work absolutely fine. It's just installing in the background now, for example, updating YouTube. But the first thing it did was update the Play Store itself, which again seems to have updated some of the apps. It's running a little bit quicker now, and so on. But this is just a bit of a whistle stop tool. So that's the thing. I've changed the theme so it's like a bit friendlier there. Yeah, more takes me into my apps, which displays your Play Store. Music is, if you've got a USB hard drive plugged in, you can have your music. Radio takes you to the radio app. You can play videos, so unlike a lot of CarPlay and stuff, you can actually properly play this as an Android tablet. YouTube work like it does. Car settings takes you in. So one of the things I noticed when I go into car settings, SWC here, which is the CAN bus, was set to auto, and everything worked. I've changed it to learning, and then you get this extra box down here which brings you into here where you can calibrate. So it's that torque one that I'm going to try to get going with the button in a minute. But that was really good. I say Maps works really nicely. I won't do it because it shows my home address. Maps works really nicely, Google Maps, but I'm connected to my house Wi-Fi at the moment. As I say, really good GPS signal. I have updated that, it keeps asking, and that's, I'm like under the front of my house, so it is blocked off, but that's pretty good GPS reception. You got AV in, and then this is the bit, so there's a fan. You can set it to auto. I've just left it at the general settings. I can't hear it, it isn't kicked in, but if it becomes a bit of annoyance, which like I said, I can't hear it now and it is on. And then Z-Link. So Z-Link here is where you now update and add your phone as Bluetooth for CarPlay or Android Auto. And then that settings button there takes you in. So the only thing when you take that settings in for the Z-Link, I changed my driving position because I'm a right-hand drive. I'd selected the default connection to the last mode, so it will connect via like CarPlay if for the next time I get into this car. So that was quite good. And in terms of updates, there's no update available. There was one update, it updated. The screen went dark for about 10 seconds. But yeah, pretty wicked. And I really like the fact that, you know, I get my heating controls come up when you're on. It only seems to do it when you're on the home screen and stuff. Yeah, quite a nifty sort of device. So very pleased with that. So hopefully that was of use. As I say, I'm going to persist in getting the microphone working. If it doesn't work, then I will post a solution somehow. So just to confirm then, this head unit, you do not need to plug in the mic that comes with it. You plug in everything that's the original, it works off the microphone in the car, clear as a bell. I think brilliant. And the other thing I've discovered is that you do not need to connect the trigger wires if you've got the CAN bus version like this one. It automatically picks it up, and you can see that I've literally just plugged the cable in, pretending it was off of the power in the back. And that has picked up the cameras, and in the settings you can turn on the graduations, and again it guides you there, you can see, and it's got the parking graduations that are brilliant. So yeah, just before I screw everything up, so it runs all the way down there, down through the pillar, and then just in there under the engine, through, goes along under the top of the engine on a cable, pops through that grommet, comes through inside that tube into here. Then all I've done then is unscrew the 1, 2, and then inside here 3, 4, and the same the other side. That loosens this orange panel, and then used a really stiff bit of cable there, look, to pull it out here, run it round here, and then I threaded, pulled this rubber trim off, and I passed it in there, pulled the cable out, and now I've got the cable hanging out of there, and now I'm just going to fit the new lens back in. Yeah, job done. So it's started to rain now, so you can just see that that's put into there, clips in, and I've just nibbled the corner there to allow the cable to sit and pass through that hole. You're not going to see that, as soon as it goes in, it goes tight, you can't see it at all. Cable goes up through there, so I use the cable feeder method, and then you can see then it does need power. So I connected the power, and what I did is enough cable that I had taped the power to the video cable, and then pulled it back through, and now I've got the power cable out the back there, and I'll connect that into the reverse cluster over there, which I've already set up. All does, nice and neat. So can't see the cut in that plastic, and we're all good. But I did just drop the bulb, so I do need to stick a new bulb in there, although I'll see what the camera's like before I put one in.